Surah An-Nahl, chapter 16, verse 17. It is Allah who creates you and takes your souls at death. And of you there are some who are sent back to a feeble age, so that they know nothing after having known much. For Allah is all-knowing, all-powerful. Now the test of aging and getting older is such an important one. It is a test of great responsibility and duty that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with. And as one ages, it becomes clear that the body is changing and it can no longer do certain things or carry out certain tasks with ease as one could do before. Physically, mentally, emotionally, we undergo a change, and it is important that as servants of Allah, we get ready and we prepare for this stage of our lives. For as Muslims, we must make every stage of our lives matter and count. We must see the meaning and purpose in it as a means of serving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every stage of our lives. Our society puts a lot of pressure on our youth, rightfully so. However, we do not put enough emphasis on our elderly. And unfortunately, this capitalistic and materialistic world that we live in has neglected the importance of the elderly and getting older in our societies. We have this capitalistic mindset of changing the old continuously for the newest or the latest model. And another key element in capitalism is this retirement age at 65 or 55, early retirement. However, we forget that there is no retirement age in Islam. There is no retirement in our mission as servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we are told so beautifully in Surah 3 verse 185, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, every human being is bound to taste death, but only on the day of resurrection will you be requited in full for whatever you have done, whereupon he that shall be drawn away from the fire and brought into paradise will indeed gain in triumph. For the life of this world is nothing but enjoyment itself and pleasure. The retirement we seek is only in death. It is only when we meet our Creator. There is no slowing down or taking things easier in Islam. We are here to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala no matter our age, no matter our disability. We must serve Allah in whatever capacity we are able to. If we can no longer do certain things the way we used to do it, then we must find a different way of doing them. We must find a different way in which we can conduct our sacred duty of servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You may not be fit enough for battle or heavy lifting or fast movement, but if you can write, then write. If you can speak, then speak. But keep on fulfilling the mission. We look at Surah 36 verse 68, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. But let them remember that if we lengthen a human being's days, we also cause him to decline in his powers when he grows old. Will they then not use their reason? This is the divine will and law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We cannot escape aging. And we seem to understand it very well when we financially plan for our retirement, maybe our pensions or our retirement annuities or whatever, or savings. But where is the plan to ensure that our service to mankind and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's cause is still relevant and meaningful? The Muslim world at one point held the seniors in the community in very high esteem. And this was because of the wealth of knowledge and experience and wisdom our elders had. And they made use of them as a resource to the Ummah. And a very common verse that we should know very well, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Surah 17, verse 23 to 24. Your Lord has commanded that you worship none but Him, and that you be kind to your parents. If one or both of them reach old age, do not say to them a word of disrespect or scold them, but say a generous word to them, and act humbly to them in mercy, and say, My Lord, have mercy on them, since they cared for me when I was young. These are the qualities that are lacking today. And we must take full advantage of the wealth of years and knowledge that our parents, the parents of the Ummah, have. And the level of care that they provided for the community, for the Ummah, when it was needed, when they were young. And those who are older, this is so important. Those who are older, we must not get caught up with this world. We must make sure that we are not selfish. We need to make sure that we keep on spreading our experience, our knowledge, our wisdom, our years. The elderly must work hard to share it and pass it on to the next generations, because those years, that knowledge, that experience that you have is a gift, and it is a blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed upon you. Often we find that our youth of today, they look at aging as a very negative thing, a very bad thing. But if you look at the signs and the divine will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He tells us in Surah 22 verse 5, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, O mankind, if you have doubt about the resurrection, consider that we created you out of dust, then out of sperm, then out of a leech-like cloth, then out of a morsel of flesh, partly formed and partly unformed, in order that we can manifest our power to you. And we caused whom we will to rest in the wombs for an appointed term. Then we bring you out as babies and foster you, that you may reach your age of full strength. And some of you are called to die, and some are sent back to the feeblest old age, so that they know nothing after they know much. This is the beauty and the greatness of the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We must embrace it as it is the will of Allah, and everything that is the will of Allah must be embraced. We must look forward to it, and number one, prepare for it. Prepare for it, because we are still being tested. Many people want to act younger, want to look younger than they actually are, but we forget our responsibility is to embrace those years that Allah has given you, the knowledge that Allah has given you, and act as a guiding beacon of hope for the youth. The youth are seeking and they are in need of good and active role models, good examples. But how can this be? How can this be actualized if some of our elderly or those who are aging display it as a bad thing and hide and cover that knowledge and wisdom that Allah has given them? We look at a very beautiful verse, Surah 2, verse 251, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We have decreed that those who spend their youth in righteousness, benefiting humanity, shall be granted knowledge and wisdom. We understand that this is one of the ways that we can prepare ourselves for old age, for getting older, and still make a meaningful difference in society by being active servants when we are younger. By benefiting humanity and doing righteous deeds actively, we will, by the decree, by the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, attain valuable knowledge and wisdom. This is part of planning and preparing for aging and getting older. The elderly must be actively committed and work hard to ensure that they leave behind a lasting impact. For every day additional that we have on this earth is a blessing and a means to make amends and to seek the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we look at this level of commitment in so many Nabis, but I want to look at Nabi Zakaria alayhi salam in Surah Maryam, chapter 19, verse 4 to 6, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. He, Zakaria, prayed, O my sustainer, feeble have become my bones, and my head glistening with grey hair. But never yet, O my Lord, has my prayers unto you remained unanswered. Now I fear what my relatives and my colleagues will do after me. This is the level of commitment that we should have. Nabi Zakaria alayhi salam, he didn't say, oh Allah, you answered every prayer of mine. My bones are sore and I'm getting older, relieve me of my pain. What was he worried about? He was worried about the next generation and fulfilling his purpose, his service to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala up until the very end. He was planning and asking Allah for ways to ensure that the next generation continue on the path. We are all going to die, and this is a given. We will meet our Creator. It is the divine law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are told again, Surah Al-Imran, every soul shall taste death. And in Surah Asr, Allah tells us in the first two verses, by the token of time, with the ages, verily man is in loss. The value of time and aging should never be overlooked. We must live our lives not getting lost in this world. And we do not have the power to choose when we die. We cannot say that we are ready to die. Only Allah is the decider of our death and when we will return to Him. This is the divine will and choice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to decide. We must continue to be active servants of our Creator throughout our lives and allow ourselves to be active, to be relevant despite our age or disability. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us a long and meaningful life with wisdom to always serve Him even in the most difficult times. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah Sheikh Muhammad Kauthar. The Institute for Islamic Services cordially invites you, your family and friends to its annual Jalsa, graduation and Ladies Dawah conference that will be taking place inshallah this Sunday, the 27th of November at Silver Crescent Gardens at the beginning of Bengal Street here. The program inshallah will begin at 9:30. Everybody is welcome. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.